As the Director highlighted, the Beni Marama government has been very much committed in terms of empowering women, not just in terms of putting in place various policies that recognizes the importance of having equality within society, but it's also to give people choices and opportunities. Choices and opportunities only come about through training, exposure to skill sets, to management sets that people have not had exposure to previously. As you know that the Beni Marama government is very much focused on education. As mothers, most of you would know that now, from this year onwards, education is truly free for the first time in Fiji. Primary education, secondary education, and of course, tertiary education if you can get the top 600, or alternatively, you can get a tertiary education loan scheme. But apart from the formal education, of course, it's these types of training and skill sets that is critical to ensuring that people have access to sustained livelihoods, they have a social meaning to their presence within society in itself. We have, as you can see with the posters up on the wall here, through the Buy Fijian, Fijian Made campaign, are very much committed to ensuring that Fijian products are given a particular recognition in society. And that recognition stems from a number of factors, one of them being that if we are able to buy Fijian-made products, we are actually not just creating jobs, but we are also sustaining jobs. Secondly, if we are buying Fijian-made products, you're also helping to increase the wealth of the country because you are keeping the money within Fiji. You're also having the ability to send your products offshore. Many of this craft that you see at the back of the room, if we are able to market it properly, then you would have tourists, for example, buying it. When they come to Fiji and buy these products, they bring their money into Fiji. It's new money. It's foreign money. It increases our foreign reserves. Because many of the things that we use in our daily lives comes from overseas. I'm putting it very, very simply because it's very important to know this, what a critical role it will play. When we buy goods from overseas, we have to pay for those goods. But if we are able to at the same time export our own goods, then we are able to use that money to pay for the goods that we are buying from overseas. So a balance of payment, you have a healthy balance of payment. Now you see, as mentioned by the AMC, we've got the members of the Tapu family at the back of the room. What we are trying to do is work with the private sector to ensure that these type of skill sets that you have learned, there's a longevity to it. In other words, it lasts. There's no point in making the jewelry if nobody's going to buy it. There's no point in making the jewelry if the price at which you can sell it for is less than the actual cost base. It's great Mr. Simos can come here and teach you all these wonderful skill sets, but it will all go to waste if you aren't able to use that and earn a living from it. As the director pointed out, that there are many training courses that have been held throughout Fiji. Many of them have failed because there has never been that connectivity between the actual skill set, production, and the market. You need a market to sell your products. That's what Buy Fijian, Fijian Made is all about. We are trying to connect people. We're trying to connect markets. We're trying to connect your skill sets, what you have learned today, with the market to be able to sell it. I was just talking to, some of you may have seen in the Dance Fiji competition that was aired live on FBC last night. You had a lady from Ba who came number 2. And we were all talking about the fact that how people in Ba always support people from their own town. And she came very close to winning because you could vote by text messaging. But in that, I was talking to Master Lai, who was one of the judges. And Master Lai was telling me, with the Fijian-made promotion, which is Fijian crafted, one of them is Fijian crafted. At the moment, planes that come to Fiji, we have a video that's shown on the planes. And that promotes Fijian crafted products. In other words, the emblem that the PS, that shirt that he is wearing, that emblem, if you see it attached to any handicraft or any product, for example, at the back, then the tourist would know that it's authentically made in Fiji by Fijian people. Because in some of the duty-free shops at the moment, when you go and buy the shell necklace, that's made in Philippines. The shells don't even come from Fiji. They're fully imported from the overseas and they're sold, and the tourists come and they think, oh, it's Fijian, but it's actually not. And when a tourist knows that that product is actually made in Fiji by Fijian people, they will pay a higher price for it. It's not something cheap that's fallen off the back of a truck. It's an authentic handicraft, authentically made by people in Fiji. So that's why we are very much involved in it. That's why we want to work more with the Ministry of Women in respect of tying up that market and the production levels that are taking place in Fiji. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate the Bar Women's Forum, the President and her team for the initiative in getting all of you here together and tying up with the Ministry of Women and Theo, who's here today, and would like to acknowledge the Australian government and your university's assistance in bringing this skill set to these wonderful women from Bar. And we wish all of you the best, and we want to work together with you. We also have brought together with us our representative from the Ministry of Cooperatives, who looks after the Western Division Office, because we believe a lot of these efforts can also be tied in together with the Ministry of Cooperatives, where you can come together and be able to market your products and sell it. So I wish you all the best and congratulate all of you in achieving what you have through this course. Vinaka, thank you.
Thank you very much.